please.
Calling the roll, Mr. Tuma,
Here?
Mr. Miller. Here. Ms. Conwell. Here. Mr. Strawn. Mr. Strawn is absent at the moment. Ms. Baker. Here. We have a quorum.
Okay, appreciate that. Is there any public comment related to the agenda this morning, Madam Clerk?
No, no one has signed in.
Okay. And could I have approval of the minutes from the October 18, 2017 meeting, please? Someone?
So moved. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Could I have a second? Okay, I have a motion and a second. We're catching up from Halloween last night, that's all. Okay, so we have a motion and a second to approve the October 18th minutes. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. And if you could, Madam Clerk, read the the resolution before committee this morning.
Resolution number 2017-0187, authorizing a revenue-generating utility agreement with City of Broadview Heights for maintenance and repair of storm sewers, sanitary sewers, and water lines.
Okay, and just real quickly, I'm not sure if the screens aren't working. I don't know if. Okay, there we go. Oh. Okay, there we go. Just as scary as last night. Okay, all right. If you could just state your name for the record, please.
Dave Marquardt from the Department of Public Works.
Okay, Mr. Marquardt, and could you give us an explanation as to this resolution, please?
Yeah, this is a request for the county to enter into a new sewer services agreement with Broadview Heights.
Okay.
It replaces and updates the existing sanitary sewer services agreement that we have with them now. It expands the service area where the county provides those services by adding new service area in the city that will be direct billed, and it also continues servicing the area from the original agreement where the county assesses for sewer services. Exhibit A of the agreement shows basically the areas that we service currently. This expands it to the rest of the city to provide direct bill type services to that part of the city. So
Okay, and as far as the agreement goes, so is this something that's voted on by the Broadview Heights City Council? Is that how that works over there?
yes, they have passed a resolution, and I believe they have signed the agreement.
Okay, and then just to clarify, then this is an expansion providing new service, or is it a new area or new services?
It's a new service area.
Okay.
It adds on to what we have been servicing.
Okay.
But the method of billing is a direct bill.
Okay. All right. Any questions from my colleagues? Ms. Baker?
Because it's listed as revenue generating, can you give us any numbers as to what it generates?
Well, the reason it's listed as revenue generated is because we're encompassing the existing agreement. And that's where we assess the property owners, and that's about $150,000 a year for those services. This one's a direct bill, so whatever work they request us to do, we will bill them. So I don't have an additional number to add, but we just bill them for what they ask us to do.
So as a follow-up, even though this is an expansion to an existing service, the revenue collected is collected differently? Is that
Yes, we actually send them a bill. We have a sort of a menu choice of work that we will do for them. They kind of assign us to do specific things in this service area based on that menu of choices, and then we bill them for those services.
May I just,
Yes,
for the
yeah, sure.
$150,000 a year that we currently get, that's coming a different way? Did I hear you say that's being assessed?
Yes, that's assessed to the property owners that are within the boundaries that are shown on that Exhibit A map.
Okay, thank you, very interesting.
Thank you, Ms. Baker. Ms. Conwell?
Through the chair to Mr. Marquette, how did we bill in the past? If you're saying this now is a direct bill, how did we bill in the past?
We billed through assessments.
Okay, Explain that a little bit, I'm not in this.
The individuals are assessed based on the frontage of their properties.
Okay, so
And,
you upfront, it's kind of like an upfront bill before?
Yes,
Okay.
that's an annual assessment that goes into the sewer fund. And we do work in those areas, the routine maintenance type work. And then we bill for the services to the fund. So we collect up front, we do the work, and we bill the fund.
Okay, so this actually could be looked at as a savings for Broadview
Nice, yeah.
Heights because they're direct billing on just whatever they ask versus, I mean, not much, but
Well, the reason they're doing it is in the other areas, they maintain their own sewers in those the new areas we're adding on.
okay,
So they want us to do specific things to assist them. They don't want us to do everything yet. So that's why it's sort of a menu pick of choices of things. Then we bill them directly.
do you think they're phasing out where they will eventually ask us to do everything? Is
We
that a
did have
possibility?
those discussions back in, I believe it was 2014, but they haven't decided to do that, no.
Thank you.
Okay, good questions. Any further questions? Okay, no, and I mean, this is a perfect example of regionalism working.
Yes.
I know in the city of Parma, we entered into the contract with the county a number of years ago to help with the storm and sanitary sewers. And it's worked very well over the number of years. And then when there's additional areas that need work, then the city has contacted the county, mainly oftentimes because they don't have the resources to do it or the manpower to do it or the type of equipment to do it, that sort of thing. So communities like Broadview Heights in this instance, it's kind of a win-win for everybody. So very well. With that, are we looking to move this along? How quickly? What's your time frame on this?
I know Broadview Heights was wanting to use our lining services contract that we have as soon as possible, so.
Okay, with that, then could I have a motion for second reading under suspension of the rules? Okay, I have a motion and a second for second reading suspension. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Okay, thank you, Mr. Marquardt. Is there anything else before the Public Works Committee this morning from either members of the public or members of the committee?
Mr. Chair, do you
Okay,
know if
Ms.
you
Conway?
have anything coming forth on your agenda on November 7th or 8th week, that week?
Yeah, it's my understanding that the Public Works, the legislation that we discussed at the last meeting where we had asked for additional information, I've been informed that they are still trying to, it was a little more complicated than even they anticipated, and so they're trying to get us the right information before presenting it. So we'll have that as soon as what I anticipate for the next meeting. So, okay?
Thank you.
Good question. Any other questions? Okay. Seeing none then, is there any member of the public who would like to speak? None this morning. And with that, could I have a motion to adjourn? Okay, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Then we'll adjourn Public Works. Short and sweet. Yes.